Good evening. Happy Thursday evening, everybody. This is Anthony here with the host for the most, the Queen of Clean, Trudy, down in the Panhandle. We're coming off a busy week. We just finished the Panhandle Expo 2025. First of all, before we get started, I want to thank all of our sponsors, our platinum sponsors, C3 Skids, Hardscape Ceiling, Go with PW&A, Freedom Water Supply, and CETA. We want to thank all of them because without them, we wouldn't be able to put this show together. We want to thank everybody that was on the floor that had a part in this show. Everybody done great, and it was a good show, and our speakers was fabulous and right on the money with everything they needed to be speaking about. So we're just going to kind of do a recap of the show and everything and get people's thoughts on it, what they thought about it and everything. And our first guest is Colin from Softwatch Technologies. And we're going to bring him in, let him tell a little bit about himself. And then, or Trudy, you want to do that thing with?
A thing, yes. So we have a washer out there who is needing our prayers tonight. His wife, who survived cancer 3 years ago, is now once again fighting this battle. So Elena Johnson out there. So we want to give our prayers and best wishes to her. I know I've lost uncles and aunts from cancer, so I know how hard it is. And for somebody to fight and survive one, just to get hit by another one a few years later, it's very tough. So our prayers out to her. And, if I can give any strength to you, take it. Just take my strength and I'll give it to you because I know you're going to need it right now. So anybody out there, please send prayers to her. And we'll find out more, and I'll keep everybody updated on her not a procedure, but I guess she's got a biopsy on the 24th, so we'll find out what's going on with that. But anyway, prayers for them, and I want to thank everybody that was at the Panhandle event. It is based on education and information, and everybody that was there, like you said, the speakers and the trainers and everybody at their booths just gave so much information. I have spoken to so many people that said their mind was blown with how much information was out there just in that one venue. So thank you, everybody. And thank you, Colin. This was your first event with us. So thank you for coming. And, we do business together with each other throughout, on a daily basis. So thank you. And thank you for attending the event and sharing your expertise. So I'll let you have it now.
It was a great time. It was actually my second year at the event. The first year I had attended as just a regular attendee. And this year was really neat. And I felt like I got more out of it, honestly, being a vendor, because I had so many people coming up to me, asking me questions. And really the audience that is at these events that takes the time to travel from out of state or even a couple hours over, they're very intentional people. And it's really a great group of people that are high caliber, and they challenge you on what you know. And so it's a great way to be like, oh, I've never had that question asked before. And it's a great ringtone, by the way. I can't fault you for that. So they teach you so much just talking to your customers, and they challenge you on your knowledge, and they even share what they've learned. And it's a really great opportunity for us to get some ground floor knowledge on what our customers are looking for, what the community is really talking about, and bringing home a lot to think about, to ponder, and to take on board for this wrapping up our season here and taking it to next year.
Wait, you did magic tricks? I missed this.
Oh, yes, I did.
What?
I don't know. With me here. I know one magic trick, and it's honestly, once you learn how it's done, the magic, the nature of. Good to see everybody here. But I did have a magic trick. I also had a chess set out front because last event I went to, there was a gentleman walking around with a chessboard, and you find little ways to build your own internal community with things that you share in common with a lot of these washers. And that might be a TV show, that might be a board game, that might be a favorite celebrity or music artist. And these are all real people with backstories and 30, 40, 50 years of life and experience in the industry. And it's a very rich culture and community.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we try to do things differently at the event. As you know, it's not like the other events, and we try to make it more personable. So when I walked by your booth, I was just like, this is cool. this is awesome. Like you can just take a few minutes and make a few chess moves. And I can't play chess. Yeah, I can barely play checkers. I'm good with the wand, but games are not my thing. But no, it was cool. I love how you had your booth set up. It was just inviting and not some. I mean, not here, but you've walked in to events before and you've looked at booths and it's like intimidating. Like you're just like, should I come in or not? But you were just like welcoming everybody. Everybody
I
was just
appreciate that.
to yours.
Yeah, well, it's a lesson in a lot of things. Being a business owner, and just like a lot of people there are working for themselves, and you have to figure out what are your strengths and what things you can capitalize on, and it's just a great learning experience being in your own business person. So anybody that's out there that's watching this, looking to start their own wash business, it's a great industry, it's a great community, and you got a lot of great resources, especially with Trudy and Panhandle Power Wash and all these amazing Facebook groups that have so much to share and offer.
So what you just now turned into, you just have your own store now. What are you finding difficult about it? I know I've had my challenges, which my challenge was I opened when everybody was closing down during COVID. Don't know why, just happened. And then after COVID was, we just shot up just because of the online presence and just the education and helping people. We weren't in it for sales. Obviously we have to pay the bills, but our main focus is education. And I know you also give so much back to the industry and like to help others grow.
Yeah. So your question there was, what's the difficult part about scaling or growing?
Yes.
And really it's a meme at this point. It's finding the right team and the right people. And that's the name of the game. And everyone thinks that, woe is me and all these life is happening to me and me exclusively. And the reality is finding the right people is a challenge that every company faces all the time and will face for the rest of history until AI is just taking over our jobs. So yeah, for the time being, the name of the game is being able to sit down with somebody, look them in the eyes and ask them a series of questions that allows you to feel out what are their previous life experiences that have brought them to here? And are they going to be able to be someone that you can cooperate with? They're going to bring their all every single day. And obviously everyone's got their off days, but there are different caliber people out there and not everyone's suited to, be your right-hand person in, growing a business. And some people are, future team members potentially, but aren't right for the ground floor of a business. So it's really about finding the right people. And that's the game that we're all playing out here is building the right team, starting with who and figuring out that first.
Yeah, you have to learn to trust. This year actually, I was hands-on full force every day on my phone till 11 o'clock at night. I handled everything. This year, I think God told me that I needed to sit down and trust my team. Yeah. And I literally was on the couch all year this year, and my team stood up. They took over. They handled it. And my phone rang less, and I was getting worried. But I'm just like, why is my phone not ringing? What's happening? And it was because my team had it, and I have a great family at Panhandle, and it is all about that. It's all about getting that team and growing with that team, growing as a family and as a business.
Yeah. Yeah, businesses are really we talk about them like they're children, and allowing people into your business and trusting them with the care of the business while you're out. It really is like, I think sending your child, I haven't had this experience yet, but I imagine it's a lot like sending your child out to school for the first time and trusting them with the school system and their peers and allowing them to take on a life of their own, and you have to guide them along the way and obviously cast the vision for what the business is going to be. But you have to trust that you got the right people in place and you've cast the vision properly and made it very, very clear what your core values are, and allowing the business to take, its growth how it sees fit.
So we've got a bunch of people here. We've got Kyle Laird. We got Terry Johnson Lockwood, who said, shout out to Rural Clean, and Adam Roy. Well, he'll be on in a little bit. Anthony Hervis said team systems and inventory management is one couple things he is challenged with. Chris
Hmm.
Bergner's on here. Paul Lewis, Scott Dorian, Ryan McGowan, and Adam's on here. Oh, Tyler Hallman, Phil Conway. Conway, I said it right. I always try to correct it, and I say it right every time. And Anthony's here. He's being very quiet. I don't know. Usually he's chatterbox. What's going on with you, Anthony? You have any questions?
So you said you're just opening up a store?
Yes, I got into the industry doing really online sales exclusively, a couple of products going direct to other equipment suppliers like Trudy and in Panhandle Power Wash. And that was a neat experience because I started online wholesale, and a lot of people start brick and mortar retail. And it's given me a different approach, and I've made, different connections along the way than I'm sure most people starting a business like this. And, I didn't really ever start from the actual service providing side. I got started working with equipment and repairing equipment and understanding, what we sold, what came back a week later, what stayed out for a little bit longer, what was reliable equipment, seeing the difference between. You really notice how people take care of their equipment and their outside appearance. You realize that the people that their trucks are washed, they have nice signage, their machines don't come back very quickly. It's the people that, things are rusty, their windshield needs to be cleaned. And you realize, how you do anything is how you do everything. And there are a lot of outward signs of companies that you don't want to work with, or you don't want to necessarily model yourself off of, because it's kind of evidence of internal things that they have going on behind the scenes that aren't 100%. So yeah, definitely a different track getting into the industry. And now we're kind of taking on the more brick and mortar side and expanding into more consumer facing business and just seeing where the business goes. I mean, we've got so many different avenues, so many things that are adjacent to what we do. We're getting into the chemical side of things and just trying to listen to our customers, and really they're the best source of truth.
Yeah, well, look, you got some good inventory behind you there.
Yeah.
We're making headway here. Yeah.
That's good. Well, I hope that store starts booming. Everybody can't be like Trudy, just open up a store in the middle of a pandemic and make it work.
Yeah, that's a neat experience. I'm sure that gave you a different entry into this industry as well.
Yeah. If I get a full order that comes in, it's like Christmas, because back order. It was like you didn't know what you got. And then when they got it in, when I ordered 25, and I forgot it got back ordered, so I ordered another 25, and it got back ordered. So all of a sudden I get 500 or something I needed 25 of, and it was just like, oh wow. So yeah, it was a lot. So everybody's like, I'm so sorry you got stuck, tariffs, there's these things stuck. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not used to getting full orders that come in. So I'm good. I'm used to it. But I talk to people, they're so mad. It's like all these things. I'm just like, I just expect it. And if I get a full order, I'm happy. It's like, it was a lot, but in our area, it was needed. And because washing, it was necessary. Not wasn't necessary. What they called it in COVID, when it wasn't a necessary business, but anyway, it was
the one that got to stay open.
Yeah, we were allowed to stay open anyway. So washing, we had so many more washers starting because they were allowed to work. And in my area, all these houses, a lot of people came back to their second homes in Florida and realized they were filthy, because the property managers don't usually clean them or have them washed until they know the homeowner's coming. This was like homeowners were all flooding in. So there was a big need. And, then we're like, we just went crazy. It was insane how many people were coming in. And I mean, we got whiplash. We didn't have time for growing pains, which caused a lot of other issues, inventory issues, and I needed more staff. I couldn't do it by myself. It was just boom, boom, boom. And then, crazy me, a year after I opened, then I started training and hosting events. So, I mean, I don't, something might be wrong with me. I'm not sure.
The jury's out on that one.
Yeah,
I like Warren Buffett's saying, he says, when everyone gets greedy, get scared. When everyone gets scared, get greedy. So it's neat when the whole school is swimming that way, kind of going against the grain.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot of lessons that way. I'm sure a lot of them hard lessons. And you're really paying for education out here. People go and they spend thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars at university. And it's really funny because I get my tuition bill like randomly throughout the day. I realize like, oh my gosh, I forgot to order that. I missed that sale. Or like I ordered 30 of these things. I only needed 2 of them. So you're paying for your education out here, but it's really the best real life education that you can get being a business owner and taking on a lot of these responsibilities.
So we have Adam here with us. He was at the Panhandle Expo. Was it your first time, Adam?
Yes, it was. We tried to go last year.
Yes.
And it didn't work out. But this year, we're determined. And thank the Lord, it was such an experience.
Awesome. Did you get to spend time with Colin and play chess?
No, I saw a chessboard, but I didn't go and
I thought I would have noticed a fellow ginger. It looks like we're rocking the same team colors here.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't wear my blue shirt though. I didn't get that memo.
Oh man. Oh yeah, everybody's in blue. Sorry, we should have. Anyway, so Colin, do you want to close out by saying anything before we take it over to Adam?
I would love to. It was a great experience at the Panhandle event. Everyone was just so welcoming. Alana and Jared did an awesome job just being the life of the party as always. Trudy did an amazing job hosting. The sponsors were all great. And yeah, I can't wait to be back next year. It's just going to keep growing. And it's a beautiful location, by the way. My fiance, I kind of had a hard time getting her to come on a work trip, but as soon as she saw those white sandy beaches and the second morning we were there was this beautiful fog layer over the water. And it's nice to see those sunsets. So it's a beautiful venue. If you're trying to bring a loved one, it's an easy sell. Check out the hotels. It's typically pretty fair to stay in those hotels. So great venue, great event. And really a pleasure to be invited. And I look forward to next year.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Colin. We'll be in touch.
Thank you, guys. You have a great evening. Talk soon.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Well, thank you, Christina. I know she won a Flow Pro.
Really?
On wasn't that the funnest raffle ever?
Yeah. Yeah. So
it took a while to get through everything.
I need to work on my dance moves for sure. Yeah, I think we're going to have the Women of Wash a little bit earlier in the day after I speak and before the raffle. I think we need a couple hours between that, I think. Or if it was so much fun, we'll just leave it as is. Who knows?
Well, Adam, what did you take out of the event and the whole
thing? Yeah. So everything was great. You guys did a phenomenal job. Everybody behind the scenes, you, Anthony, you, Trudy. It was great to meet you all in person. The training I thought was top notch. You got the industry leaders there and they're sharing their experience, how to grow, how to scale, how to do this or that, tips and tricks, things that you might see here and there, but being in person really makes a difference. And then, the sponsors and the vendors, that was a whole separate experience. And so the way that they give back and support the community, it just feels like one big family wanting a win for everybody.
Go ahead.
So y'all won some stuff too, didn't you?
Yeah, we sure did.
Oh, what did you win? I was there, but I was busy dancing.
Yeah, well, it was a real answer to prayer. And so we won a surface cleaner. We won the Kitchen Aid or Pro from, Superior Quality. Yep. So for the cleaning. And we got 100 feet of hose. We got a couple wands and what else? We got something else.
Have you used that kitchen aux yet?
No, not yet. But we're scheduled to do some demos with some clients, and I think they're going to be really impressed.
Yeah.
I was out there with Greg, and he did a phenomenal job on that grease trap, and that's really going to be impressive for our clients.
Yeah. And when you do it, do a video of it.
Okay.
So you see it because I ain't used it yet.
Oh yeah. It's like a foamer and a spray all in once. So I'm really excited.
That's awesome. And the sponsors also, we had some great food. I didn't know, were you VIP this year?
Oh, not this year, but I want to.
Okay, you should, because the host company and CETA, who else did breakfast or lunch? I know there was a few of them. Nope, I think that's it. The lunch being sponsored by the host company and CETA. So they were the two that sponsored it, and breakfast. So it was great food. Hopefully we can make this happen, and we're working for more things, better things next year. I've already worked, we're working on more classes. I mean, we've already got the showroom floor lined up. I mean, we didn't stop. We just went from this event to the next one. So we're already going. Oh, we got a VIP. Food was amazing and totally worth it. Yeah, we were surprised. I've been to so many events and they had the buffet and the food was not very good, but it was amazing. And the staff at this venue was, I mean, I can't even, I'm speechless. I've been at so many venues, and for just to say, hey, this person's electrical doesn't work. I mean, they were there, 2 seconds there. We didn't have to, I mean, it was awesome. The venue, the people that works there, the sponsors that fed us, we didn't have to leave. I mean, we were working our butts off, and just to go in and get a hot meal was amazing. So I want to thank the sponsors. They paid for it for us. And, I mean, I can't thank them enough. This is the first year we had hot food. So it's awesome. It was good, wasn't it, Anthony? It
was good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get breakfast that one morning because I wasn't in any shape to eat.
Breakfast, it was all right. The lunches was better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, it does. And yeah, so we did the VIP. We only had a small amount of spots. It was the first time we wanted to test it out. So not everybody got it. They went quick. And but yeah, just the suppliers also with the giveaways. I have also been to many shows and I've never seen that many giveaways. So it was awesome. They are so generous.
I've been to a few, but the Panhandle's the only thing I've seen that gives stuff away.
Yeah, that's my experience, and what a great one it was. But you're right. That was a table plus more things, and it was like Christmas morning. If you were a single kid, multiple parents or something. I don't know.
And the contractors that have been in the business for so long, when they win something that they didn't need, they turned around and gave it to somebody that is just starting out. So when you come and you network, you're making a friend, you're making an ally, you're making a mentor, you're getting a mentor out of the whole thing. And that's, for me, that's the best thing. And I learned, I mean, I've been in the industry 20 years and I still learn from these people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. Yes,
So
to be
did you learn anything, Adam, while you was there?
Yeah.
Did I learn anything?
Yeah.
Was it worth your time?
Oh, yeah, I spent a lot of time with Quality Superior Coatings, Greg and his crew, and that whole sand coloring idea he has, and now it's coming to fruition, changing the whole way the pavers look. I think that'll be a great add-on and sale for next season. Mm-hmm. And so just seeing the hands-on training is my first time with a MoFlow and the water boss gun, and just how smooth that is compared to my my Amazon handles or whatever. But just being able to mingle, meet people, mentors, people you look up to, you watch on YouTube or whatever, and then just getting to break bread with those folks and rub shoulders with them. I wish you did it twice a year, Trudy.
Oh, good Lord. Don't wish that on me. I did that one time. I did that one time and I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
I can't do that again. Yeah, we used to do it in January, but it was just, the weather was just so iffy. Like this year we had snow. Who would have thought? If we would have done the event in January, we would have been out there doing it in snow. So November, it's still warm. It's the beach is it was 80 degrees. We were on the beach. So I can't take that away from people. I want them to come. I want them to bring their family, do the training Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then spend the weekend at the beach. It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. And Anthony, to just further that point, you come away with more confidence, more tools in your toolbox. And, we went to a college campus right after the event. And I was like, we can handle anything that they might have a need for. And so really just, it's a propeller. It, gets you to the next level. So I highly recommend anybody who couldn't or is on the fence to attend, make the effort, whatever it takes, get here.
The date's going to be out there. I know Jerry C said, how about 3 days? Yeah, that's already in the works. We've talked about it. It's going to happen this year. And schedule yourself off. It's worth it. And the training and, like you said, the confidence, because if you have a question now, you've got a handful of people you can call or you can reach out to, and you don't get that a lot. And, even on Facebook, they can be your Facebook friends, but you're like, how much would you bid this for? Why don't you put it in the search bar or something, and you're like, oh, dang, I thought we were friends. But, so it's a great opportunity for anybody in any level of experience in this industry to get something out of it. And I know how long you've been in the industry?
So this season coming up after, 2026 will be 4 years.
4 years. And you still learn something after 4 years.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the way you can, do that better or quicker, or you can diversify, we get here in North Carolina where we are. And so it's all about diversification. There's only so many Christmas lights you can hang.
Yeah. And we've got some bigger classes, some add-on services next year we're working on. We haven't got them nailed down, so we're not going to announce it, but we are working with people. It's going to be amazing. And I had a question for you, and did you get to see Judd's gadget class?
So no, that's the only one I didn't get to.
Oh man,
right?
Yeah, that was a good one. Well, you'll have more time next year because we're going to do 3 full days. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still questioning my sanity right now, but it'll be fine.
For me, that's the best class, really. I mean, I helped him do it a couple of years when we first started and everything, and be amazed at the people that back then didn't have a swivel, didn't have a ball valve. They was going back to their trailer, turning the machine off, swapping out equipment and everything. And it was really shocking to me. I mean, I didn't have them for a while. I didn't know what they was. I got hooked up with Trudy and Panhandle and watching her videos and stuff, and all this tricks of the trade comes in handy sometimes.
They're horrible videos. They're honest, but they're horrible. I'm not an actress, not a dancer or a comedian either, turns out. But, I try.
Well, one thing, you put on one hell of a show, though.
Well, thank you. And yes, we do need a full 2 hours next year. Oh, wait, that means more mimosas. How about we just sip a little bit slower?
Yeah, throughout the whole day. You never know.
Yeah. Now, the Women of Wash group was awesome. There were women in there 34 years to 9 weeks. That was the stretch of how many years these women have been in the industry. And we could talk about things that we did back in the day. I'm in it 20 years, and back in the day where, you don't have to you have to worry about it now. We didn't have soft wash. It was a pump up in a garden hose. That was our soft wash. And the pressure washers were pressure washers. It wasn't, there was nothing soft about it. And, going back on what we learned from day one to now, we could share that experience with each other. And we had a great time. We laughed. We just talked about how do you get a ladder off a skid when you're 5 foot tall, that kind of stuff. And it was awesome. Hopefully it was eye-opening for the ladies, and we had a good time. So. And
you run the guys out.
Just one, no highlighter guy.
Decided he needed to vape and tried to go in the room, and that was a big no.
No, he walked in the wrong room at that time. No, I know him. I know him well. I apologize for joking around with him, but yeah. No, all the men are welcome to come in. I don't know how your women will escort you out, but anyways, it was good. But yeah, just what she said. Oh yeah, it was funny, wasn't it, Christina? Yeah, just like-minded women that we just love the work and we love the industry, and we just want to work along with you fellas and grow with you. So it was great. But so anything else you want to talk about, Adam, before Phil jumps in?
Oh no, hey Phil. I just want to extend a warm thank you to everybody who puts it on. Alana with Dab Marketing, you Anthony, you Trudy, your whole team at Panhandle. Phil's a speaker, AC, everybody, and then all the friends we made. And so we look forward to next year, bigger and better. And thank you all.
Awesome. Thank you, Adam. Thanks for your input.
Yeah, if you need
Have a
anything,
good night,
just
Adam.
give us a call.
Yep.
Yeah.
Need
Thanks
anything,
for doing, buddy.
you know where to find us.
You got it.
All right. Have a good night. Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
Why do you look like you just buffed up? I mean, what's going on?
Buffed up.
Yeah,
you
you're
look
like,
This is
I mean, you look like your
you're like
arms
the
are like this
Hulk.
big. Oh, okay.
that's how big they are.
Oh, there they are. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess they
There's them
are.
toothpicks.
I know, but you're leaning in and all you see is muscles and chest. And I'm like, oh, I'm
Nah,
intimidated.
it's lock-in season.
All right.
Gym 2 times a day.
Woo. I wouldn't be able to move.
I got physical therapy twice a week, and that is enough for me. So
Well,
how
man,
are you
Done
doing?
an awesome speaking job, man, last week.
I appreciate that.
It was really good. And I need to thank everybody for all my birthday singings that they sung happy birthday to me
Yes, sir.
in the conference room and in the VIP room.
Yeah.
So I got it both.
Oh yeah.
Jasmine, I was not checking out your man. He just came in with just arms blazing. I was just,
Hey, Muscle Mommy's at the gym twice a day with me too.
I can tell. I can
Yeah.
tell. All right. Yeah. Okay, Jerry. Let's see what happens. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're welcome. You want a mimosa? You'll be dancing on stage with me. Anyway, Phil. So your speech went amazing.
I appreciate that.
I have
That's
heard nothing but amazing things from people, and they just can't stop talking about it. So, so you are now, you're going to quit everything and just become a public speaker, right?
absolutely not. I'm gonna own everything, but that's what system's all about. I don't
There
just
you
quit
go.
and move on to the next. We set it up for success, let it run, let the machine run, make the money off of it, and build the next machine.
There you go. Quitters are for
Yeah.
quitting is for quitters. Yeah, that's
Right.
what it is. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Just
So
keep growing.
we're at, I want to say 7 years worth of knowledge, which is where Built the Scale came from. And there's a saying in regards to competition happens at the bottom, collaboration happens at the top. So I've been able to capitalize on surrounding myself with a lot of business owners that are willing to collaborate, which has built the beast that I am today. And it's allowed me the opportunity to open up the floor and share all that knowledge openly. Everybody that goes on my Facebook page knows that I have nothing to hide. Everything is posted 24/7. Anything that has built my business to where it's at today, I post it with open arms, you know, because I want other people to win as well. So
Yes.
we love seeing winners.
Exactly. If you can't help each other grow and learn, then what good are you in the industry? I mean,
Right.
I don't want to see people fail. I don't want to see people, I'm not the kind, and you're not the kind to step on, and Anthony isn't either. He's willing to give out any information. It's to step on somebody else to get to the top. I want to hold their hand and help them to the top. I'd rather push them up there and leave myself behind because I'm getting on in age. I'd rather push up a 20-year-old than, try and keep me going up there. I'd rather just, as you say, scale and just keep growing forward and, help everybody else learn and grow.
Right.
Yeah.
100% agree.
And it helps the new people that's coming in the industry, like Adam been in here, what do you say, 4 years?
Mhm.
4 years. I mean, and look at the stuff he come out with last week. He's got a book full of people that he can rely on, lean on, and stuff. And with people, like Phil in your corner and Trudy, I mean, you can't lose. I mean, it's a win-win situation and everything. And I just can't speak enough highly recognition to both of y'all. Y'all do an amazing job in what y'all do.
Appreciate that.
And when you look for a mentor, there's so many people out there that's been in the business for years. But when you look for a mentor, make sure they have morals and ethics and they have the heart and they actually know what they're doing, because there's a lot of people that think they know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing, and they can lead you in the wrong direction. if somebody has the answer for everything, they probably don't know, and it's probably not right, because I don't have the answer to everything. And if I don't have the answer, I'm like, I don't know this, I've never done this, but let me find out. You know, if you've got somebody that tells you they know everything and they just tell you, oh, use this chemical or do this, and this is how you do it, but they've never actually physically done it, then they're probably not the mentor for you. So make sure that when you look for somebody or you want to talk to them, that they know what they're talking about, and they do have, they're not trying to hurt you. You know, they're ethical and they have morals, and they want to see you grow and help you grow. And I've seen a lot of people like, oh, this was my mentor, and then, you know, then I got this job, and then this person and then told me something wrong, and I lost the job, and I'm just like, well, then they weren't your mentor. You know, you need to find somebody that you feel good about. If you have a bad feeling about somebody, it's probably for a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Make sure they're going
Yeah.
places too. Make sure they're succeeding in what they're doing, because you don't want.
You want to make sure that they've been to
Exactly.
places that you want to go to is what
Yes.
you're looking for.
Exactly.
You know, you don't want somebody that's at the same level that you're at. You want somebody that's accomplished
Mhm.
and they have a track record for accomplishing. And what people don't understand is you don't need a mentor that's in the same industry as you. You just need a mentor that's a business owner, and that is, you know, like say that you're wanting to scale. People don't need to have Phil Conway as a mentor. They just need to have a business owner that knows how to scale as a mentor. And sometimes it's good to have somebody that's never been inside of this industry, because it can help elevate you to different levels. So, you know, yeah, like just having integrity is super
Yeah.
huge. Integrity, somebody that's capable of controlling their emotions and
Yep.
utilizing and capitalizing on their emotions to build success is 100% what it's all about.
Yeah, 100%. Honesty, integrity, ethics, and morals. I mean, that's, if you can find somebody with all that, you're golden.
Yeah.
I think you're golden. But let's see here. We got Brandon Geddes in here. Hey. And we would have said hey to Christina and Jerry C. We got Christopher Jones in here. He said, let's find out together. Exactly. You want to grow together. You don't want to stand on each other. And it's just, let's grow the industry to what it is. And it's a great industry that, I mean, as you've seen at the giveaways, you know, at the raffles, people were just giving. I mean, somebody gave away a $1,100 surface cleaner because they didn't need it. They gave it to somebody who was in the industry 9 weeks. You know, that is awesome. It's a great industry to be in. And, you know, I don't think every event, this was my 6th one. I think every event, I don't think I've met a nasty contractor. Like they want to learn, they're hungry to learn, they want to grow, and they're kind-hearted people. And I love seeing that. And I love seeing that when they start out, but I've also seen them throughout the years, and they get hurt and they get stepped on and they get treated badly. And then you can see that change in them. And I hate seeing that for people, because you shouldn't have to go through that. And I think doing the events where you can talk to people like Phil and people that's actually been in the industry a long time, that do have, you know, a good heart and still loves the industry, because as a whole, it's not a job, it's just a thing. It's what they love. It makes a difference. You can see it in their eyes glowing, and I want to see that glow in their eyes after 9 years. You know,
Yeah.
I have the glow in my eyes. I see something, it's like, oh, somebody posted something on Facebook today about a UPS package. I'm like, the question is, why is your mailbox post dirty? You know, it's like, come on, let's clean it. You know, it's like crazy. But Brandon Gaddish he's the 9-week baby, and he loves his whisper wash. Commando Clean gave it to him, and he actually showed up at the warehouse, and whisper
You had
wash
to fix it up, didn't you?
bar. Yeah, so I was going to send him a new bar, and I said, well, I have one. Let me call James. If he hasn't shipped it yet, I'll just swap it out for you. So you can use it today instead of waiting 3 or 4 days. And we were able to get him all switched out, and apparently he loves using it. So, yeah, Whisper Wash always donates an awesome surface cleaner every year to give away. But anyway, this is Phil's time, so I'm sorry. I'm just
Yeah, thank Trudy time.
No, I wanted to touch base on the networking that takes place at these
Yes.
events. You know, I've heard a lot of great things about the training. I've heard a lot of incredible things in regards to the booths that were set up. I've heard of a lot of amazing things in regards to the food, which the food was incredible. For me, networking is huge. I speak about it a lot in a lot of my like posts and stuff in regards to how networking has elevated me as an individual, like truly grown me to levels that I didn't think I was capable of being at. And uh, networking is literally the key to success. If you can get a great network of people, you hear it all the time, your network is your net worth, right? So while at these events, that's one of the areas that I capitalize in is going out and networking with other contractors and distributors. And we had some amazing dinners where a lot of growth was spoken about. 2026, what's the upcoming, what are we going to be focusing on for individualized growth? And that's really where the work takes place on a more personal level. When you're just sitting at tables breaking bread, sharing laughs, um, sharing dinner, and then just sharing your thoughts.
Exactly. Yeah, we had a great dinner that night with great people. That was fun. I'm the same way. I go to the other events and just to do that, just to network. Most of the time, I've never, I don't think, I think I've taken a booth to the huge once. And I think that's the only time I've ever set up a booth in any event all over. And I've been doing this going to events for 6 years. And I just love doing the networking. I love just talking to people and learning about them and where they want to go in life and in their career. And it's just eye-opening, and to see, especially contractors, their background, firefighters, police, they've all these different backgrounds, and this is where they end up, and it just blows my mind. I'm like, oh, little boys want to be a firefighter, and now you're a pressure washer. I'm like, I guess you're still
Right.
shooting water, but it's eye-opening to me just listening to their backstory and seeing that their heart wasn't as in it, and now it is. It's just eye-opening to me, and I love hearing the stories every time I go somewhere.
100%. And
Yep.
you want to know why they all end up in this industry?
Tell me. Probably like I
Because there's money to be made.
said.
There is good money to be made in pressure
Yep.
washing.
100%.
And going back to the mentorship,
Mhm.
as we touched on finding a good mentor, I think it's extremely important for all of the viewers here to understand that it's not just about having a good mentor, it's being about an individual that's capable of being mentored.
Yes.
So we have to have a lot of self-reflection as individuals when it comes to growth. It's painful, right? And one of the hardest things for us to do as individuals is to put our egos aside and control our emotions and truly accept that this is the journey that we want to be on. So
Uh-huh.
I'm going to challenge everybody that's watching here and everybody that's going to watch this. If you are going to be seeking to have a mentor, have a reality check and understand that 100%, if you're looking for growth, you need to put your ego aside and learn how to control your emotions, because at the end of the day, we are nothing more than a problem solver. And if you can't solve problems, then you are not meant to be a business owner, and you might as well just go find a job somewhere else being an employee for somebody, because you need to be able to control those things, and you're not going to find the growth that you're looking for unless you're able to capitalize on that.
100%. Yeah. I mean, we've had employees that had issues with a quick connect, and the homeowner's like, your employee's out here throwing his tool on the ground cussing, and I'm just like, what? Like, go home, I'll go finish it. And to find out he couldn't do the quick connect, I'm just like,
Right.
oh my gosh, like something that simple can make somebody that angry. And
Right. But
you're dealing with the public, you've got to be careful.
and what you'll see is you'll see business owners who will become angry over that same exact situation,
Right.
Yeah.
because now they've got an employee that's out of control. So, and they can't control their emotions because the employee's not controlling their emotions. Everything's about self-control. You just need to control yourself. We're not middle schoolers anymore. We're all grown adults. You have to control your emotions.
Yes, that's it. So, oh, there we go. So, well, we don't want to bring politics into it, but no, I get it. not the lack of money. So I don't know how much a firefighter makes. I don't. I've never been one.
Well,
But anyway, so your speech that I couldn't go. I had to do something out of it, but wanted to sit in on it, and I was so upset. We had issues at the booth. But can you go over a little bit about what you were speaking about, and I know it's built to scale, growing your business, and
I don't
I
have
missed
all my hats.
it. So is there bullet points that you can give me that maybe can help me, because I
yeah,
missed it?
so we actually have a lot of speaking rotations that's going to be taking place in 2026. And the biggest thing is number one is built to scale. Like,
Mhm.
I understand this is clean humor, but I'm
Yeah.
built for this shit. Like
Okay.
this is what I'm built for, right? And
Mhm.
everybody else that's inside of here, this is what they feel like they're also built for. They're built to scale. So
Yes.
that's where I came up with the language in regards to the training itself. And the biggest thing is the capabilities of being able to step in front of fear, which goes back to networking. Because 5 years ago, like I stated during my speech, you wouldn't have seen me up on that stage speaking in front of 150, 200 people. My hands would have been shaking, clammy. My voice probably would have been a little shaky. But I've been able to grasp a lot of self-control in life, in regards to my emotions, and I can control myself to the point where I feel confident. I have so much control over my body that my confidence level is like super, super high. So I think the biggest thing to capitalize in regards to the training is a quick story, which is 5 years ago, joined a BNI group, Business Networking International networking group. A lot of people know what BNI is, and there's a lot of different forms of networking groups out there. When I joined that group, it was probably one of the scariest things I did in my life, but it was one of the most needed things because I was exiting my law enforcement career and I was losing my brotherhood. I was kind of going a little stir crazy because everything that I had, I no longer had, because once you step away from a career like that, you just kind of get dropped. You're not part of the brotherhood anymore. So I was seeking some friendships, and then I go into this group, and I have to start public speaking. And I've never done public speaking before. And what we had to work on was our 45-second elevator speech. And through that, I started speaking in front of 40 to 60 individuals every single week, practicing my elevator speech, which then turned into being the education coordinator for that BNI group. So then every single week, I would spend 3 to 4 minutes educating all of the other members inside in regards to business growth, which also helped me grow as an individual, because the more I say it, the more I write it down, the more I practice it for myself, and the more successful I become. Um, Jump forward to 2025. When I was at last year's, actually, let's go back to 2024. When I was at last year's Panhandle event, I'd gone to a couple of different expo, and I never really heard anybody talking about scaling a business. We've got a lot of owner operators out here. Pressure washing's fun. I enjoy it, but I've become really well at envisioning my future and different outcomes that'll take place whichever route that I take. Like vision number one is 25 years in law enforcement. I stay broke for 25 years. I retire, still being broke after 25 years. Like, immediately as I make my departure, all friends are dropped off. We no longer have that brotherhood. What did I just work 25 years for? So I can continue to be broke for 25 years? So I'm able to do the same thing. Pressure washing. I'm going to stay in the pressure washing industry for 20 years, being an owner operator, pressure washing every single day by myself. What is my exit? What am I going to have? So for me, I started writing down, how do I build my business? And I learned it pretty quickly. I think in my first year, I ended up having a full-time employee that was working with me. And then immediately I started, hey, like this is something that can work. There's a lot of work around here. And you may see people, they're posting, oh, it's slow season, or the market is oversaturated. I'm not in love with the job anymore. We're not getting any work. It's 100% you. There's so much work out here. It's not even funny. We've got 3 crews getting ready to get a 4th crew, and we're already booking into January. Like we can't keep up. We're referring homeowners to other contractors because we can't keep up. And then I'm in the process of building out my fourth rig, and we just, we've got contractors in our trusted circle that will refer to other homeowners knowing that they're going to represent us well. So that's what Built to Scale is all about, is just in regards to growth, having a business that is self-functioning, so that when my wife and I want to go on vacation, we know that bills are going to be paid, and we know that money's going to continue to come in, and we know that the growth is going to continue to happen. And it's not just one company. My wife and I have 4 companies together. We've got 2 exterior cleaning companies. She's got Hardscape Ceiling Supply. We've got Elite Gym. Now I'm traveling and we're doing speaking conferences. We're getting paid to speak, which was something huge that came out of this event. That's the power of stepping in front of fear. I took a chance on myself. I stepped in front of fear. I decided I was going to get up in front of 150 or so individuals and give a presentation. An incredible individuals inside of that presentation saw something amazing inside of me because I decided to step in front of fear, right?
Right.
Makes a contact with a third party, somebody I've never met before, the third party never meeting me before. Based off of the trust from that third party, they've booked us to be the opening speaker at one of their conferences with over 90 franchises. So they're going to be flying my wife and I into Austin, Texas. They're going to be paying for room and board for an entire week at a 5-star resort, paying for our food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and paying me to speak for 1 hour. Like those are huge wins, and you don't get those wins unless you step in front of fear. And I don't care how many times people say, "Oh, you got lucky, you got lucky." There is no luck inside of scaling. It's not luck one bit. It's all in regards to strategic planning, every single day, busting your butt and being disciplined in what you're doing. There's nothing about my life that is not disciplined, and that's why I've been able to scale to these levels. So I think it's important for other people to know too. There is no luck involved in this. And I feel bad for the people that think that luck is what's going to change it, because they're going to be waiting a long damn time for something to happen and they're not going to get lucky.
Exactly. I have people come up and they're like, "Oh, I wish I had what you have," and I'm like, "We've been working. I've
get
been
it.
working since I was 16.
Right.
We've been washing 20 years. We earned everything we had.
Right.
Most of the time is just me and Shane working. Now we have an employee helping, but it was just me and him out in the field every day.
Mhm.
And you've got to work for it. Barry Little said, "Hey, never fear, Barry's here." So he's here. And another thing is, I always tell people, like, in this industry, you wake up unemployed every day unless your calendar is full. You're unemployed unless the phone's not going to ring. You have to make it ring. You've got to go
Right.
get it. You got to work for it. And if you're not willing to go out there and knock on doors when you're slow, or make cold calls, or do something, your phone's not going to ring unless you're established. We've got wrap trucks, people know we've got our people. We're still out there getting more business, but you're unemployed unless you go get it. So if
Right.
you are not willing to work to grow, you're not going to grow.
Right. 100%. I saw somebody make a post yesterday. They said, both jobs canceled today, so I'm just going to spend the day at my house sitting in my thoughts, and it's okay to have a downtime day. Like, it's a work day, bro. Like,
Yeah.
2 things. Number one, systems are in place for a reason, right? If you collect deposits like you should be, any professional company that's out here collects deposits. You do not have to have team members to start collecting deposits. If you collect deposits, your jobs aren't going to cancel on you. They've got skin in the game. And guess what? You're going to keep the deposit if they do cancel. So they won't cancel. You get the job done. Number 2, we've got kids to feed. We have households to support. So you're not an employee, you're a business owner. So if your jobs cancel and you don't have work and you have nothing to do for the day, what is your response, Trudy? What would your response be as a business owner?
I'd go find work.
Go
Like I said,
find work.
go find
Right?
it. Cold call.
Networking, door knocking, cold calling, getting on Facebook, posting organically in the swip swaps, giving some deals. You got to do whatever it is that you have to do, and that's the difference between people that are capable of scaling and people that won't scale.
Yes, 100%. Like when at the marketing class, I gave up so many organic ways to get your name out there. It's easy if you think about it. Just step out of the box. And I hope people got a little bit out of what I was saying. Then Jared went in there and he just started talking some technical stuff that I don't even understand. But I mean, there's ways to get business. You know, if they cancel, that's okay. Find somebody else. You know,
Right.
it's if you want to succeed, you have to do that. You have to grow your business. You have to be confident. You have to just push and push and push. Just like obviously weightlifting, you know, you can't just like, oh, I'm sore today, I'm not gonna. You got to push and you got to keep going. Or what happens if you take a week off and you go back? You're probably going to be sore as hell that week, you know. But if you just keep doing what you're doing, then
You
you
messed
know
up last week.
building and growing. You know, your arms just keep looking at me. I don't know. Just maybe the way you're sitting. I don't know.
I must be doing something right then.
Yeah, there
You
we
know,
go.
you know what made these arms?
Uh,
Chat GPT made these arms, baby.
oh, okay, all right.
That's what everybody says.
Permission
I'm
to look. It's fine.
I'm Chat GPT made.
All right, yes. I don't believe it. So Hunter's here, Barry's here. Welcome, guys. They said they're a little bit late. You can watch it after. It's fun. We got some great information. We got 4 minutes, Phil. I'm going to let you keep talking for 4 minutes. Go.
But it's Anthony's turn to
That's
talk.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, y'all just took over the show, but that's fine. I'm absorbing all the information that's coming out. But yeah, you know, just it's getting that time of year around here where things kind of slow down. And what I usually do myself, I get out, I knock on the doors, I make the phone calls. Got different systems in place. We're going to do some mailers, what they call when you drop in the mail.
Direct mail.
Every direct mail, yeah.
This year we're going to give that a try. I made some folders up that I give to like contracting companies and stuff and builders and stuff, and it's got everything in there that we do from soft washing to pressure washing and what all we clean and what needs to be soft washed and what don't, what can put pressure on and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm going to start hitting it pretty hard probably next month and just get ahead of the game and get out there and get the steps in process and stuff. And we'll try to take off some of them hats, Phil.
Don't try, just do it.
I'm gonna do it. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
But,
So
What's the first hat you're planning on giving up?
truck.
So somebody driving on the truck. That's awesome. I think that's a great first step.
Because see it.
I realize that I can't make it.
We're gonna hold him accountable. We're gonna talk it. We're gonna talk truth to it, Trudy.
I'm the same. So Brandon,
bring me up on the stake.
So Brandon
no,
said,
but I mean, you know, like you said, I mean, I've listened and stuff, and really, if me out there washing 5 days a week, 6 days a week, I mean, I really can't do what the company needs to be done and get it ready for the kids to come in and take over. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to have the systems in place for them, and then teach them how to put the systems in place, and then just let it just run itself.
Yeah. So right now, after the class at the marketing class, Brandon said he donated 7 driveway services to different organizations and whatnot to be raffled off, which I told him, you know, I do the fall festivals and I donate a house wash on their silent auction to make money. So he's doing that to get his name out. We got Raj, and your wife keeps saying over and over that she made those arms. So apparently she must be your.
She's the pusher. She's the motivator. Phil, get up. Let's go to the gym.
Yes.
So yeah, she's claiming that. So she's.
Those are straight facts. She made these arms.
Okay, so Barry Little said right now to the end of the year literally is the busiest I've ever been over a year as we launched the new rollout for next year. So good job. And evening, Raj is here. So thank you. I mean, your content is amazing. And, you know, sometimes people don't want to listen to the hard truth. They don't want to hear it. They don't like it. They don't want to hear it. They've got their own way. But at the end of the day, if you see any successful business, they are built to scale. They are built up to what they are,
right,
and they learn. So, you know, your words are powerful and they're amazing. Congratulations on your speaking. wherever, Austin. So congratulations on that. Hopefully that takes you further and you grow more with that, because you are amazing at it. And when you walked at me in that suit, I thought there was an FBI guy coming at me, and I was kind of nervous that I did something wrong, and I realized it was you. But no, you look the part, you speak the part, and you are the part. So thank you for speaking at the Panhandle Show, and hopefully for many years to come. And actually, I'll let you close it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. It was a great honor to be there. Thank you guys for trusting me with taking on one of the training events. You know, you guys took a leap of faith as well. The both of you both stepped in front of fear as well, allowing me the opportunity to come into your space, into your house, and teach all of your children that were coming to your show. So I appreciate that. I was super grateful for it. I'll forever be grateful for it, because it opened up a huge opportunity and door for me as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys at all of the expos coming up, CETA, PWNA, the Huge, and then we wrap it right back around to Panhandle Expo. So y'all will be seeing a lot more of me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you so much.
I forgot one person that I didn't think at the beginning. I got to do it now, and that's Dab Marketing, Alana. She did a phenomenal job setting there, getting everything set up. The stuff she does in the background, what made the show, and what makes the podcast work the way it does. She can just move stuff around and throw stuff up on the screens and stuff. And me and Trudy would never be able to do that. We're sitting there.
No, we'd just be yapping back and forth like blubbering idiots. But she's amazing. I always tell people I have no idea anything technical. I'm a washer. I've got a psychology degree. I can do that. I can, help people that way, which actually helps.
Lord help us all.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't do that. I'm out washing. But thank you again so much. And just keep me informed. When is that? When are you going to Austin again?
That's going to be the first week of January.
Awesome. You let me know how it goes. I'm excited to hear about it. Awesome.
Absolutely.
PWNA's next, I believe.
PWNA, yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you.
So we will see you there.
Awesome. All right. You take care. Have a great night.
Hey, everybody have a good night.
Good night, Anthony.
Good night, everybody.
Everybody have a good night.